Hello, my dear students. Welcome to our Study Learners Institution. I am Mayank Prajapati, the teacher of Biology in Study Learners Institution. इस चैनल को लाइक करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को प्रेस करना ना भूलें. In this video, we will understand part 3 of life process chapter. We were completed the topic respiration in the last video, that is part 2. Now we talk about transportation. What is transportation? The main transport system in human beings is the circulatory system. It consists of blood, arteries, veins, capillaries and heart. First, we talk about what is blood. Blood is that blood transports food, oxygen and waste products. It consists of plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. What is plasma transports? Plasma transports food, water, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous phase, etc. Red blood cells transports oxygen, white blood cells kills harmful microbes and protects the body. Platelets help in clotting of blood and prevent loss of blood during injury. Now we talk about what is arteries. What is arteries? Arteries are that wide and thick vessels carry blood reach in O2 from heart to tissues. They do not have valves, blood flows under pressure in them. Arteries are deep-seated. Now we talk about veins. What are veins? Thin wall with valves carry deoxygenated blood from tissues to the heart. Blood flows slowly in them. They are superficial, close to the skin. Now we talk about capillaries. What are capillaries? Capillaries are this. Arteries divide repeatedly to form very thin wall vessels called capillaries. Exchange of materials between the blood and cells take place across this thin wall. Capillaries then join to form veins. Now we talk about heart. What is heart? Heart is a muscular organ. What? Heart is a muscular organ which pumps blood to all parts of the body. It has 4 chambers. The upper chambers are called atria and the lower chambers are called ventricles. Since the ventricles pump blood to the different organs, its walls are thicker and then the atria. The right and left chambers are separated by a septum. It prevents the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The atria and ventricle have valves between them to prevent blood flowing backward. This is the diagram of heart. Now we talk about heart in easy method. What is heart? The heart is the muscular organ. You know that it works as a pump in the circulatory system. It is located in the middle of the chest and tilts toward the left. The heart is made up of cardiac muscles. You know that in class 9th. There are 4 chambers in the heart. The 2 upper chambers, atria and thin wall, and 2 lower chambers, ventricles, are thick walled. Right and left side of the heart is separated by the septum. Between the atria and ventricles is an aperture which remains closed by valves. Valves prevent the backflow of blood. Oxygenated blood is separated from deoxygenated blood to allow an efficient supply of O2 to the body. For high energy needs, as in birds and mammals, to maintain their body temperature. Amphibians and reptiles have 3-chambered heart. Oxygenated and deoxygenated blood are not completely separated because body temperature varies with environment. Fishes have 2-chambered heart. As blood is oxygenated in the gills, heart pumps the blood only once. Now we talk about working of the heart. This is the best diagram of the heart. Now we talk about working of the heart or circulation of blood. When the left atrium relaxes, oxygenated blood from the lungs flows into it through the pulmonary vein. When it contracts, the left ventricle expands and the blood flows into it. Then the left ventricle contracts, the oxygenated blood is pumped out through the aorta to all parts of the body. After circulating through all parts of the body, the oxygenated blood enters the right atrium through the vena cava. When the right atrium contracts, the right ventricle expands and the blood flows into it. Then the right ventricle contracts and the blood is pumped to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is removed and oxygen is absorbed, and the oxygenated blood again enters the left atrium, and the process repeats since blood flows through the heart twice in one cycle. It is called double circulation. Now we talk about lymph or lymphatic system. Lymphatic system comprises of lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessels, and lymphatic nodes. Blood containing O2 and food flows under pressure in the arteries. When it enters the capillary, some fluid is forced out of the capillary walls into the space between the surrounding cells. This is the tissue fluid. If it accumulates in tissues and organs, it would cause swelling or edema. This fluid returns to the bloodstream through the lymphatic system. Now we talk about lymph. What is lymph? Lymph is a colorless fluid present in intercellular spaces. It is formed from the plasma which escapes from the capillaries. Lymph runs into lymphatic capillaries which forms lymph vessels and joins into large veins. Lymph transport digested fats and brain excess fluids from intercellular spaces back into the blood. It contains lymphocytes which kills germs and protects the body. Now we talk about lymph vessels. They are thin-walled and resemble veins. Wells are present, so lymph flows in one direction. Lymph moves due to the contraction of the walls of the lymph vessels. Now we talk about heart of mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, and fishes. The heart in mammals and birds have 4 chambers, and the right and left side of the heart is separated by a septum. This prevents mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, provides efficient supply for oxygen. This is necessary because they need more energy to maintain their body temperature. Second part, the heart in amphibians and reptiles have 3 chambers and allow some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Do not use energy to maintain their body temperature. Their body temperature is the same as the temperature of the surroundings. Third part, the heart in fishes have only 2 chambers and blood is oxygenated in the gills. Now we talk about transportation in plants. What is transportation in plants? In plants, transportation of materials like food, water, and minerals takes place through conducting tissues called xylem and phloem. Now we talk about first of all xylem. Xylem to transport water and dissolved minerals upward from the roots to different parts of the plant. And second part, phloem. Phloem to distribute food prepared by leaves to different parts of the plant. What is xylem? Xylem transports water and minerals from the roots to all parts of the plant. It consists of xylem vessels and tracheids. Water and minerals enter the roots by diffusion. Then due to transpiration, the suction force helps in the upward movement of water and minerals. This is the best diagram, green diagram. This is the diagram. Now we talk about phloem. What is phloem? Phloem transports food from the leaves to the other parts of the plant. This process is called translocation. The phloem consists of sieve tubes and companion cells. Food from the leaves is transferred to the xylem by the energy of ATP, adenosine tripeptide phosphate molecules. Due to osmotic pressure, water enters the phloem and helps in the transport of food. This is the diagram of phloem. Now, if you have any queries related to video, ask the query in comment box.